Hi there. Welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree. For this series, I've been doing shadow readings, and this particular reading is for Taurus. I have been using the Goliath tarot deck. This deck is a shadow deck. It was created for the shadow. And then this deck here is the True Black Tarot. And then we have an Oracle deck here that I recently acquired. And this is the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. So I am going to smudge the decks. I got a new lighter and I'm so used to clicking the flame on twice. I am still doing that with the new lighter, even though it clicks on the first click. So I guess I'm just so used to doing that with my old lighter. I do miss that old lighter. I have it right here, and I use it when I'm not on camera, just to make things quick and efficient for everybody here. I just want the intro to go smoothly, and I'm appreciative and I'm aware of your time, and I don't want any unnecessary time to be spent on trying to get a lighter to light. Okay, so this video, let's see, Taurus. If for any reason this is not resonating with you, Taurus, I urge you to try your moon sign or your rising sign. Also, Pluto is a good sign to work with when working with the shadow. Pluto is all about transformation and just kind of like breaking things down and rebuilding, getting rid of things that no longer serve us. So though Pluto is a very slow moving planet, a lot of us that were born around, the same few years. I'm not too sure how long Pluto's transit is. I think it's a pretty long transit. Anyhow, I do know that Pluto's in Capricorn right now. So, okay, Taurus, let me split the deck for you. And then I'll do one more shuffle and we can get started. I love the backs of these cards. This is actually the moth that's on the death card. And the death card is usually one of my favorite cards, but my favorite card in this deck, I think, is the devil. This card has some dark images, so just to forewarn you, a few, not too many. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we have for you today. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Sun upright. And then we have another major arcana, which is the Moon. Oh, that's pretty cool. So the Sun right now is in Virgo, and the Moon is in Pisces. And the Sun is all about illumination, happiness, life. The Sun, brings us so much. It brings us warmth, light, fire, and it was part of that creation of the primordial soup. I was talking about this in another video, and the Sun is it's basically our life. It gives us life. It photosynthesis for the plants, and then we eat the plants and all of that, and helps the plants grow to give us wood, and it's such an integral part of our life. And the Moon here, the Moon takes the light from the Sun, and she gives us the full moon. And the Sun helps us with the full moon. She's reflective of that. Though the Sun, these two are pretty, opposites. The Sun is about looking outward and just it's like a catalyst. The sun is, it's action, where the moon is more like an inward type thing. It's more of a low key type energy. It helps to illuminate that is hidden. It is hidden. It has a lot of mystery in it, but it also has a softness to it that the sun doesn't have. You spend too much time out in the sun and you get burnt, right? You can't get moonburnt though. You can, so what I'm seeing here for you, Taurus, is we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is usually a time of, this is a card of like, you've got everything that you want material wise. You're satisfied, you're content. You are this is an earth card, so it's very much earth energy. You've got all of your material needs that your material needs are basically met. And with it being in reverse, I'm feeling it's like you're missing something. Something's not quite there. And perhaps we have the sun here that is going to illuminate it for us. And the moon, with the help of the moon, it's going to help us see that shadow, or see what it is that's lurking in the dark. So let's go ahead and use the True Black Tarot to help us dive a little bit deeper. I always say how hard it is to shuffle these cards. So, way back when I first started reading, this is how I shuffled. And it's pretty tough on the cards, so I decided to try a different way of shuffling. One popped out, and that's how I would choose my cards, is by whatever popped out. So we've got the Star in reverse, and then this one, the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, and I didn't really think I was going to shuffle that way. And then we've got the Lovers, another major arcana. Lots of major arcana cards are coming out. Wow, okay, so our two major arcana cards, we've got the Star and the Lovers. And the Star card here is about wishes. It's about not so much wishes. It's more about like a guiding light. It's a wish that you wish to come true. It's like a goal, something that you're working towards, and it's like it's our directional that's pushing us in a certain way. So when we set a goal, we use that foresight, that thing that's in the future, that beacon, to sort of guide us around to achieve that goal. That's what the Star is. And now you have it in reverse here. And then we've got the Lovers, and this is a union between two people. I don't know. We've got the King of Cups in reverse here, and usually the union, I don't really like to say that this is a love between you know, two people, and this is, but I am getting a little bit of a relationship, you know, and it is a love relationship. I don't know if you guys are actually partners, or maybe this is a deep friendship, but I'm feeling that perhaps there's a relationship that maybe isn't going the way that you want it to. Feelings might be being repressed or hidden, and we're not exactly following our hearts in relation to this, relationship. So let's get some read. I'm sorry, my hair is just tangled in my arm. Or my arm is tangled in my hair. Let's get a reading on the sun here. So we've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. Oh, and then we've got this extra card here. This is not part of the major arcana, but this is a card that Arthur Wang put in, and it's called Anant, right? And I can't remember what language this is, but what it is, it's like that liminal space between the ending and the beginning. There's just that brief moment in time where it's that's what this card is, and he explained it in his book that it's like that leftover after dividing. It's that remainder that's left over, that that not whole number that's left over, and it's like the decimal, right? So this is like a liminal space. So the Ten of Cups here, this is water, and then we've got some air here. And this says that there is some conflict. But this feels to me like some contradiction. It's very don't know what that word is. But so the Ten of Cups is like a happiness. It's like a bringing of all together. It's the final. It's like a new beginning. I do want to I want to show you guys. The artist portrayed two of these cups here are cracked, and then we've got this cup here hiding behind in this celebration. And the way the artist explains this cup is that everybody is invited to experience in this happiness. However, there have been some upsets which are representative of these two cups, yet these people are still here. And then we have some people here and who are not quite comfortable being here, or who maybe do not have the best interests at heart. And so while everybody is invited, this is not a complete and full happiness. So what I'm seeing here as far as a shadow reading for you, I'm seeing that you are stuck, Taurus. You're kind of stuck in this liminal space because you're feeling a sense of happiness here, right? But it's not a complete happiness because we have this Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is like an argument, a disagreement. It's a conflict of thoughts, a conflict of ideals, right? And that's really, and it hasn't been resolved. And I believe the sun is asking you to shed light on this. And with this this card here, this Anat card being in reverse, it's perhaps you're stuck in that liminal space, right? You're not allowing, something is keeping you from fully experiencing the brightness of the sun. And I do feel it has something to do with this relationship here, which would explain why there is some discontentment in the physical. So remember, our emotions pour into our physical, and it can bring us some discontentment in our physical. So let's get a reading on the moon, Taurus. We've got the Five of Cups, another five. I'm sorry, this is not the Five of Cups. This is the Six of Cups. Okay. Okay, so that's good. And then we've got the Hanged Man. That's a major arcana card. And we've got the Page of Cups. I'm going to set this over here. So our major arcana card here is the Hanged Man. And you see he has his feet in the air, and there is an orange gold liquid seeping out of his mouth. And so the Hanged Man asks us to look at things in a different way. And that really helps to explain this moon card here. The moon card is a way to... it's calling you to look within, to look in the shadows, to look deeper, to look at which is hidden. And this Hanged Man here is sort of a confirmation, being that you need to look at it in a different way. This card here, Six of Cups, it's usually has to do with nostalgia, feelings of nostalgia. People attribute this to childhood, and I'm getting the feeling that there is a feeling of nostalgia. However, that is what needs to be illuminated. While you have the Ten of Cups here, it's not a complete happiness because of this Five of Swords energy that's being caught, and then we have you also caught here in this liminal space between the beginning and the end. And I'm feeling like your shadow work is to figure out why you can't move forward in this relationship here. Why is it that there is a conflict of ideals? And 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 it might be that maybe the both of you need to do a little bit of shadow work. And the reason why I say that this is something that maybe you grew up with as a child is because of the Six of Cups. And it really needs to be illuminated by the moon. Sometimes it's really hard for us to understand things that happened in our childhood because they were so long ago, and a lot of us don't have real working memories from childhood, especially if there was like a lot of trauma or you know, maybe sadness. Of course, major things stick out, but a lot of the little things, a lot of resentment, things that breed resentment, those kind of memories disappear, but the resentment stays. So looking back into your childhood, you'll want to see, and it might take extra. It might take more than you just, you know, sitting down on the couch, closing your eyes for meditation. One thing that helped me was when I was heavy into going through my therapy and stuff, my therapist would ask me about my childhood, and I would just be like, well, I don't remember. But we would sit there in silence until something would start coming up. She would ask me questions about certain things, and then I would just sit there and I would have to think. And then sometimes I just completely couldn't remember, but then some things would happen. I would have a dream or something, or I would be washing dishes. And then like I would just get a flash of memory, and then I would be able to talk about it. And then the more I was able to express the feelings that I was feeling, the more I could remember certain things that happened. And then I started to piece things together, and then I was able to see why some of my some of my actions or some of my inactions, I was able to see where they were coming from. So I kind of feel like maybe there is an issue in a relationship, and you're not being able to fully express yourself. I feel like you want to you want this perfect relationship, but the thing that's holding you back may be an issue of vulnerability, or it can be an issue of I think for the most part vulnerability has a lot to deal with relationships, but there could be other things in your past that are keeping you from fully expressing your desires to have that perfect relationship. So what I to recap for you, Taurus, I know I've gone off in a lot of tangents. I see that there's discontentment with the relationship here. It's not going exactly the way you've envisioned it. And I do see there needs to be some light shined upon the space that you're stuck in, with some ideals that aren't quite, that there's some conflict within some ideals that have to do with this fully experiencing a full Ten of Cups moment, that full happiness. And then with the Moon card, I see that the shadow work, I believe, has to do with something in your past. Something needs to be brought to light, and I feel like you need to sort of look at it in a different way. And with the Page of Cups here, I didn't speak on this, but with the Page of Cups here, this page is all the pages are very curious. You know, they're young, they have that that youthful energy, and the Page of Cups wants to dive in and get to know his feelings a little better. The Page of Cups wants to understand and wants to express the vulnerability so that he can fully express himself as this King of Cups here, which is in reverse. So that's what I see for you, Taurus. We are going to draw a card from our Oracle deck now. I love the way this deck shuffles, by the way. I'm glad it shuffles great this way because I have such tiny hands and it would be hard for me to do that sideways shuffling. I don't know what that's called. Is that rifle shuffling? Okay, let me do one more. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see, Taurus. Let me move this to the side, or I'll just hold it. Okay. Spirit of Water. Oh, that is so great. Yes, and that just reminds me here of this King of Cups that's in reverse in this page. I believe working on this Page of Cups and getting that vulnerability, getting that expression going, uncovering what your shadow work is, that issue from your childhood, you know, using the Hanged Man energy to look at it in a different way, as opposed to something that bad happened to you. Look at it in a way of, okay, this happened and it created this shadow. So now I need to do this to undo it, right? And that's what the Spirit of Water is return to the source of the feminine for purification. And water is all about expressing that that feminine energy, that expressing your feelings, expressing your emotions. When we hold the emotions inside, I think that that ferments and it turns into this really like bubbly gross stuff, and it can grow mold and it can become toxic. So when we don't express our emotions, it ferments, and it turns into a cesspool of anger and frustration and resentment. And fully expressing your water, your emotion, helps to get that out. And it can not only help heal you as a person, but it can help heal others around you. So use the Spirit of Water. I think these three cards here, even this card, the Ten of Cups, that all kind of flows with one another. And yes. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it helps. I will see you next reading. Have a great day.